some hot cafecito. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's what we do.
Buenos dias.
Welcome back to a show about nothing.
And a little bit about everything. And you are?
Who am I?
Are
Maricel.
you? And I'm Elizabeth. And today,
Ta-da!
we have our first guest on our show.
I'm
And
excited.
we are excited to welcome Alicia Molina, born and raised in Chicago.
Sure was.
Parents from Puerto Rico and Peru in the house.
Yay, es una combinación perfecta.
Así que.
I gotta encompass all the Latino countries, right?
That's right. Another Boricua and Peruvian
Peruvian.
in the house.
Peruvian.
Yeah.
You know,
Peruana.
but you know what? That makes me think about my passport because I'm out of here.
I'm so
I
jealous.
need Peru stamp. There we go.
You
Vámonos.
do.
Oh,
Yeah,
vamos.
girls trip.
I'm
And she
in.
said it's a hot place to visit
It's a
now.
hot place to visit now. I'm not joking.
I'm addicted to
I mean,
stamps.
other than Lima, but you got to get to Machu Picchu.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I have
there's
heard
so
much
that.
about
One of the
Machu
seven
Picchu.
wonders of the
Oh
world.
my gosh.
Wow.
It's amazing. I've been there 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
So you know what? We should book a girls tour.
Yes.
I don't think I'll ever go back there though.
No.
Oh, why?
Well, because you have to be. So I've gone 3 times and I loved it every time. It's amazing. It's breathtaking. I don't know how to explain it to you. But the altitude.
Oh,
Ooh,
yes.
I've been sick all 3 times.
But don't you take some pills?
I've tried everything.
Don't they have like a little
They-
plant?
Yeah,
Plant.
the cocaine leaves, the cocoa leaves.
Oh,
The cocoa
okay.
leaf.
Okay. Did you say cocaine?
You
But yeah, they do. They have
You
those.
can't take those out of Cusco, by the way. Just in case you guys are wondering.
Cocaine plant. Talk
Yeah.
about like little
Yeah.
cocaine plant. That's what I'm on right now.
Yeah, for your tooth.
For my tooth. I'm not a druggie. I had a wisdom tooth, not a wisdom tooth, a crown put on my teeth last week, and it didn't work, and now I have to get a root canal, but my right side is full of pain, and so they have me on antibiotics and Tylenol 3 with codeine, which kind of messed up my stomach and has me a little bit loopy, by the way, and I'll do my best here. Somebody said I had to bring me some food,
So it doesn't help that I brought her McDonald's.
and she brought me McDonald's. So, but it works. Let's get back to our guest, Alicia.
Yeah,
I think
I'm so
Alicia
happy.
is a funny person, and she's a funny
you.
person.
She got jokes.
Because she had,
I have issues.
she got issues.
Don't we all?
We're gonna let her talk about her issues here on the show. And maybe first talk about how you met Maricel.
Oh, that was a joke in itself.
I was giving her material, right?
Oh my gosh, it was so funny because I was promoting a show a couple months ago, and it's, I don't know if you don't know, she obviously owns Ponce Restaurant, which is amazing food, by the way. I've been going there forever, and I never met her. So anyway, I'm supposed to meet with her so she can like film us, have a Facebook Live event. I walk in, I'm like, hi, I'm looking for Marisol. She goes, oh, she's not here yet. But go ahead, have a seat. I'll let you know when she comes in. She should be on her way. And I didn't know her last name, so it's not like I could look her up. And I was just like, okay. So I sat down and ate and whatever and waited. And next thing I know, she left. She's like, I'll be back. Marisol's on her way. I'm gonna go.
But I did sit you down. I said, eat whatever you
Yeah,
like.
you did take
See,
care
I
of
did.
me. But I had to come back the following day because I didn't get it. Since I didn't know it was her, I couldn't tell her that I was in a hurry. And then Cindy Velez, she's the one that sent me a picture. You mean she's not there? She told me she was there. I was like, telling my daughter, this is her the whole time. So rude. So I'm really I'm here for Elizabeth, not for her.
I know. She
I
loves
was
me. She
really
loves me.
offended.
She loves me. So we were doing the Facebook Live because we were promoting a comedy show that was going to take place at Ponce with Elizabeth. Not Elizabeth, with Cynthia Velez. Because
Yes.
she's doing amazing things
She
as
is
well.
too.
Yes.
That's TC Events.
Yes.
And just a little note, she's doing the Divas Ball, so don't forget.
Yes.
Yes.
So we did the Facebook promoting, and it was nice.
It was fun.
Right? We
was
did a
actually-
cut there. And look at who would have thought we were doing a talk show now.
Yeah.
And you'll be the first guest.
This is so much fun. I'm honored. Yeah. But I was just cracking up. I can't believe you did that. You got away with it.
I can only imagine how you felt when you looked at her pictures.
I was
oh my God.
Because she has a distinct look. It's
She
not,
does.
it's like you kind of know who she is right away. And I'm like, this was her. I was so like, oh,
Now
can't
it's
believe she
different.
fooled me.
And now I got the glasses, so I had
But luckily you
laser.
fed me.
Well, love is through the stomach.
Yes, it
so
sure is for
she
mine.
loves
For
me.
me.
Especially Ponce food. Who doesn't love Ponce food?
Some good stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
So Alicia,
Mhm.
you use comedy as a way to share your stories, and
I do.
I had the privilege of going to 2 of your comedy shows. The most recent one at Joe Weed's and Joe Weed's.
Joe's
Did I
on
Joe?
Weed.
Joe's on Weed. What am I
Yeah.
thinking about here?
Cut.
Cocaine.
Another cut.
So
And I
drug,
don't-
this is a drug therapy session.
And I do neither, but then it goes back to being a little bit loopy.
But that goes to show
Yeah,
that comedy is also, it's safe to say, it's therapy.
And I'm glad you said that because I'm going to tell you how this started for me.
Tell
I mean,
us.
I've always been like a joker my whole life. Everybody just expected me to be funny whenever. But everybody has a little comedy in them.
Yes.
We sit with everybody. You go to your family's parties and there's always a funny person there, correct?
I agree.
But what had happened was I was going through a divorce. And it didn't know how another outlet, and I actually ended up going to Second City, and that was my therapy.
Wow.
Yeah,
So did you take classes, or you went to go to the show?
I
then?
took classes. I
Okay.
graduated from improv.
Oh,
So
nice.
so that's where it kind of led me to meeting Mikey O.
I love Mikey.
yeah,
O.
he's
Thank you,
amazing.
Mikey O. You
Yeah.
do amazing things.
Yeah.
He does. I mean, thanks to him.
And bring us
He
together.
put me on stage. I did not even plan to do stand-up. That was not my intention ever. It was like he put me on the spot. It's hilarious because I remember he heard that I was doing my improv. He goes, "Tell me when you graduate," and I did. I let him know. He goes, "Okay, cool." And then like a couple months later, he goes, "Hey, I need you to look online real quick on my page." And I said, "What? What are you talking about?" And I went on there, and there was a flyer about like community comedians or whatever the case. And I saw my name on it.
Oh,
No, Mikey O.
Oh, that's why you have to love him.
I was like,
I don't know that you
What?
can love him under those circumstances.
Yes,
What
because
are you
he
doing?
believes in you. He believed in you,
Yeah.
and he said, "This is your show. This is your time to shine." That therapy is gonna work out.
Yeah. I needed more therapy after that. So anyway, he was just like, "Alicia, relax. It's just 4 minutes of you on stage." And I was like, "But still, that's in front of 300 people.
Oh, no.
That's not easy, And so I went out a couple times before that to kind of get some practicing in. And 4 minutes felt like 2 hours.
Oh,
I can
definitely.
imagine.
And those lights are so
Yeah,
hot. Did
yeah.
you picture like everyone naked to feel comfortable? What is it that you do on stage that makes you feel comfortable and deliver your lines so perfectly? Because you are funny. I love that.
Thank you. Honestly, there's really, I'm a nervous wreck every time I get in front of people. It doesn't, to this day, I've done it many times, and I'm still a nervous wreck.
What?
Interesting.
And I get like, I'm seriously like, I gotta use the bathroom before the show.
I can see that. You're like, yes.
And you know what it is? The adrenaline and
Yeah.
the adrenaline. And once it's over, you feel like
Really?
accomplished.
What
Yeah.
do you even know of accomplished? You're like, all of that for nothing?
No,
That's what I do.
but the-
No, it's actually
No.
for everything because it's like an amazing feeling when you feel like you see people actually enjoyed it and you did really well up there.
Yes, and when I refer to when I get on stage to speak,
Yeah.
I get like you. I'm nervous. I gotta go to the bathroom. I start taking these deep breaths, and then when I'm done, I'm like, all that for nothing, meaning
Yeah.
I got myself all fired up for nothing, right? Because it went
Because
really
you
well.
aced it. You aced it. I never, I've seen you, when was it that I seen you do your,
Latina talk or
no, it was with Caesar.
oh, the
At the Latina Expo
Expo
last year.
Yeah.
And every time I just sit there and I'm like, oh, I love it. You deliver.
Oh, thank you. Well, you see,
You
even in
deliver.
there, I was
I didn't-
nervous.
well,
You
see,
get nervous.
yeah, you
And no
do.
matter what, I think even the best speakers or, probably with Oprah, come on, seriously, you have to
Yeah.
get some kind of flutters before you get on stage or you're going to talk about
Yeah.
something. So, and the thing is that we tend to forget is that unless you freeze on spot, no one's going to know that you messed up anyways.
No,
Right?
Oh,
Right.
people haven't noticed if I skip something or whatever. It's just you just got to keep going.
Yes.
And just move forward. You can't stop. You can't it's difficult, but it's fun.
It's
you
fun.
know?
Yeah, I
And
bet. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try it one time, get there and
You
do a couple
should.
jokes.
You can tell jokes
She-
about the restaurant.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
Lord.
so many stories.
Oh,
You know,
Lord.
it's like it's basically story.
I could write a
time.
series of books. You know what I was thinking of writing like a sketch, and people going to see. That's something I've been thinking about
Or having
posting.
people act it out.
Yeah,
Like the situations, the stories.
Hey,
you
but
make.
you know that the Miracle Center, always talking about the Miracle Center. Writing a sketch, somebody, performing up in there.
Yeah.
Well, you did a really good job just sharing, because Maricela and I were talking sometimes in the car, and she'd be like, "Oh Lord, I just had somebody."
And they question that "oh Lord" thing.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
my Christian viewers.
That's what you have to pull over. Okay, tell me now.
Well, you were talking about relationships the last time I saw you,
Yeah.
which was hilarious.
That
right?
is, that
and then
is.
you can make light of certain things, or even as far as like when you did your closing about the type of men that you're looking for, which was a good ending, because I was like, dang,
Repeat that one
I'm
more
just
time.
being honest. I'm just being honest.
Alicia, I want to see if you could just deliver that little skit where he wins.
yes.
That's my favorite part. I saw little snips so you could go see her. You do have a show this weekend coming out. We
do.
have to support our Latina women,
we do.
women in general, because I wrote a little quote which says, we have to help each other grow
Yes.
so we could glow.
Oh,
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. And
I
it's
know,
true.
I wanted to share that with you.
You have to put
Yeah, I
that.
wrote it down.
Okay, you have to make a canvas out of it, but Mari said,
We're going to do shirts on that.
I think
That's
so.
To help you
Word.
grow so you could glow.
Yes, that's
Mhm.
definitely something that I would definitely purchase.
Yeah.
I am so supportive of women all over,
Thank
and
you for that.
yeah, and I follow. That's because you know what? Who's gonna support us? You know what I mean? It's us. We gotta push ourselves up. The envy, the jealousy, everything's gotta get out the window. We need to push
Yeah,
each other up because it
absolutely.
helps everyone else around
So
you.
true.
It'll
so
help
true.
you even.
And this is why Elizabeth and I created this platform.
Yes.
So we can help help each other, because we don't have to be validated by anybody but ourselves to come up. And if you're here hand in hand, let's move forward. You want to be left behind. It's like I also say, you got to keep up with the times. You don't want to be left behind.
You
So
don't.
here it is, Alicia. Let's
Yeah.
do a little bit real quick, because our producer is going to be flashing us, because we could stay here for hours.
I would say, and it's actually one of my very first jokes. It's the funniest thing because I did use it the first time I went on stage,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's still very well received. But basically, it goes like this.
Okay, let's listen in. Okay.
So I went through my divorce with my husband, and he was Mexican, so obviously I came out of there with 2 kids. You can't come out of there scot-free when you're married to a Mexican. But that's okay, and divorce really sucks for everyone, but in the end, the worst part of the divorce is the custody battle. And I knew he was out to get me. He hates me, and I was like, he's gonna hurt me, and this is the worst. He came with a shark of an attorney and everything. But in the end, believe it or not, you're not gonna believe this, he won. He won the custody battle. I got the kids.
I love it every time, because it's like you're like, we're waiting to
you think
go.
about it.
Ooh, but
It's a true story.
But it has a true meaning, because they do win. Okay, and I'm not going to say something that people are not probably going to appreciate, but a lot of them don't want the kids, right? They don't want the kids. So he won. He's like, yeah,
But
I
we
think that
love,
was so
we love our
funny.
kids. We love our kids. But
Yeah,
you know what? Step up.
No, just joking. I'm just kidding.
Step up and support us. We're raising your kids, so please come
Yes.
and support.
Yes.
Support us in any way.
Yeah.
And I believe that, I've seen a lot of women that go after the men to get the money. You know what? But if the men out there are so skeptical about giving us the money, well, take them shopping, get them their clothes,
Yes.
do this, do that.
Yes.
Put their money in a savings account
We
for them.
that'll be a less pressure on us women.
Yes.
Take them and buy them. Go pay the school tuition.
Yes.
Don't give it to me. I don't need it.
Yes.
I'm a strong, independent woman. Pa que lo
I-
sepa.
I agree with that, and I don't agree with women keeping their children from their father
Right.
because he's behind on child support.
Or anything for that matter.
Because that's a different matter. Like that's between you and him.
Yes.
Like, and I will never stop my children from seeing their father. The problem is that that's a different issue with my life. But
Yes.
I'm very supportive 100%. I feel men should be a part of their children's lives. Women, I want him to take the damn kids. I don't know about anybody else here.
Oye, llévatelo un ratito, yo quiero ir a bailar. I got jokes to tell.
I know. I want a date. I want to do stuff. So it's like, who would stop? Like, why would you do
I
that?
don't understand. There's a lot of bitter men and bitter women.
They're both.
Yes.
You know, that's one of the lessons I learned from my mom. Mommy, my mom. My son calls me mom. I'm like, I am not mom. I'm mommy. when my dad, Bobby, and mommy broke up, my father was an alcoholic. Mommy never told us not to see our dad.
Yeah.
Right? And we saw ugly things happen in our house. But I do remember her saying that when we got older, that we could make that decision for ourselves.
You know,
exactly.
Right?
That is so true. And so, because I could relate to that as well. I was like, oh Lord, let's not go there. Pero mommy never said anything bad about it. And then it's sad how women don't practice that.
They don't.
And it comes out and it bites you in the arm.
Yes. And even sometimes allowing your kids to see their dads, you know, at the end, in some way, shape, or form, I think they come out screwed up anyways, right? Because the parents are not together.
Exactly.
Right? And so they're trying to adjust to two families, relationships, and blah, 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 right? And you do your best and you allow them. Like, you know, I was in a court custody thing for my little guy because I was open to joint custody. And se le paró el moño and he decided to go take me for full custody. And it was a legal battle. $15,000 later, my part, he had to pay the same amount. We're talking $30,000.
That could have gone to the kids.
Exactly. Se lo había llevado para Target y comprarle los tenis.
Muchacha, el carro es malo de 16 años. So I ended up with full custody. But you know what? He goes with his father, well, a full residential custody. He goes with his dad every 2 weekends. His father pays child support. You know, we have like a civil relationship now, and my son is like happy, you know,
and that makes a big difference.
It does. But I loved how you took, you know, your experience
and put it into some therapy with some comedy.
Yes, which a lot of women can relate to.
But it's like therapy for me is shopping. So that's kind of
that's therapy for me too.
But I'm not trying. We should do a comedy.
I'm broke.
Hey, you know I cheat. You know I cheat. The thrift store on Mondays is half off, and you could get costumes. I got my costume for $5.94.
It's Monday. Que se va para España. She's always traveling.
Well, see, you pick and choose.
Right,
you know?
You invest your money.
Yes. So I invested in Spain. So,
Olé, man. I'm so jealous.
I'll be vlogging. I don't know how to vlog yet, but Jacob said I should vlog my trip.
You definitely should.
You should.
Yeah, because I mean, it gives also some other people like a reason to go out there and see what they can see, especially if you see something amazing. You know?
Well, exactly. It's like a lot of people think, you know, I have all this money. I don't have all this money because you know, therapy. It's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
And shopping.
That's her therapy, by the way.
Are you sure you're not a comedian?
But the thing
she
is,
should be.
The thing is, Spain has been paid off for the past 8 months. So all I had to do was save so I could have spending money, and I don't have to worry about, you know, anything else or lump sum. You know, you plan. I haven't planned my second trip, but once I come back from Spain, okay, no more trips for me.
Okay, so Alicia, I'm trying to get this girl on track. So I'm like, you have to stop traveling because we have goals for you.
Yeah, right.
And every time I turn around, que si voy pa' aquí, que si voy pa' allá, I'm like, Maricel, what are we doing here?
Somebody sounds a little jealous.
No, but
I am too. I admit it.
I want to go to Spain.
No, but it's also, you know, it's not like you know, you have to prioritize. And yes, I have to get some stuff in order. Pero it's work in progress. I declined my Mexico trip in November, so I'm sad about that. Now I need therapy, shopping therapy.
Yeah.
So Alicia, let's talk about what you're doing this weekend before Jacob, our producer, my son, gives us the.
And not only what she's doing this weekend, but what's ahead for you too? Tell us if there's any.
Well, I am going to be this weekend at Congas with Mickey Housley for the TC event 1 year anniversary.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm really excited. I'm excited that they asked me to be a part of that. I really enjoy the crowds that TC events brings, you know, because you know why? They relate to me. I don't know. I guess the people, the type of crowd that's there, like when I go to a younger, like Caucasian crowd that's never been through the stuff that I have, they just look at me more like feel pity.
Andito.
You know, and I'm like, I don't
We
want
should have a tip jar
I'm
though.
like, I'm a
For the pity
comedian.
party,
I know.
tip jar
You should
because
laugh, not cry for me, you know, and they're all
Have a tip
crying,
jar.
you know, it's just not good. So I like going to TC events, everybody's happy, and they just kind of laugh at my life that's miserable.
But are you gonna stay on that theme of the divorce, or is there anything else
I talk
material you're
about
working on?
everything. So I'm 45 years old, okay? So I've been through it all, being a single mom. I've traveled. I'm a full-time employee. I work, I have to pay bills, obviously, on my own. I've dated, all nationalities, so I got started.
We get a passport.
Yeah, right. And so I talk about stuff to everyone that they can relate to, or they can dream of, or say things that they wish they could say. For like some, for instance, a lot of people are like, I would have never said that I wanted my kids to go with their dad.
Well, you know what?
Because they felt guilty about it.
But you saying it in a therapy manner.
Yeah, and it's a joke.
No,
And it's like,
she don't mean that. Sometimes.
No, I say that sometimes too. But it's.
But it's that kind of stuff that that people are like, oh, and they laugh about it because it's funny.
Yes.
They're like, in the end, you're right. I wish, but and I know everybody loves their kids. I get it. That's another joke I brought up one time. I was like, and I brought it up on my Facebook actually. It's like, I'm sick of people telling me, oh my God, I love my kids. I love my kids. I love them so much. They're the best. It's like.
I know some of those people.
I know. I'm like, I sure hope you love your kids. I mean, that's a given, isn't it? So why do you have to like
announce it?
Yeah, to make sure. Are you trying to convince yourself?
Okay, well that's the thing. I give you some material. Some mothers are like, I'm the best mom. I do this, I do that. I'm like, well, are you trying to?
Those are the worst moms.
Exactly.
If
Hello.
you say
It's a cover up. It's a cover up.
If you have to tell people you're the best mom on this planet, you suck as a mom. I swear.
And there goes the joke. Chi-ching.
I know. You're trying to convince us. We see through you.
We see through you. So moms, don't say I'm the best mom.
Yeah, don't say it. People will know.
We
They'll
all
see it.
know.
If your kids are alive and walking without a limb, you're fine.
That's right.
And the most gratification is when your kids tell you at the end, not at the end, but once you're already done, like my son Jacob's 19, my other son, he's 37. Well, don't do the calculation, okay? I'm old.
I was gonna say.
But when they tell you, Mom, you did a great job, and I was like, you know what, just to hear that, because I thought, I did the best I could. Sorry if I messed you up a little bit, but I did the best I
They
could.
should get that. Like my 15-year-old, sometimes I'll say something like, well, I wonder, sometimes how well I do, or when I get upset with them or something, he'll like, well, you don't know what I say about you. Oh, I'll tell him, like, you never say anything nice to me. You don't know what I say about you. Well, what do you say about me? Because you're not telling me.
Right,
But I tell everybody how great you are, that you're successful. I'm like, you seriously, Mario Stefan? I don't care that you tell them. I want you to tell me.
Yeah.
I need the pat on my back.
But you
Yeah,
know
that's
what?
right,
You
right.
won't get that until they're adults, like in their late 30s. Because
Or
that's when
they're teens and they want a car.
Yeah, they want something. Like my granddaughter, Jaylene, she's like,
You see, even the grandkids.
grandkids, no. Oh, let me just tell you that. See, we'll talk. So you can write things down. Yesterday, it was my granddaughter's Ivy's birthday, so we went to stay at a hotel for a pool party.
Yeah.
So I'm telling my son, my daughter-in-law, I said, I'm coming over. Send me the address. I made it happen. I'm on my way. So Eileen says, Grandma, yes, you're coming. You could lay in the hot tub and relax. And then my grandson said, yes, Grandma, come on. You can pay for everything.
That's exactly why they invite grandma.
I was up, and then he just like, what?
That's why I invite my mom. Thanks, Mom.
Do you have your wallet ready to go?
I'm like, my what?
Your wallet.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
my kids have told me maybe once in a great big while that they appreciate that I'm their mom.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I
that's
hear
nice.
daily that I'm crazy. I think that
But
should
that's
flip.
love.
I think
That's
that
love.
should flip. That's what I think.
Well, our kids don't understand, and we talked about this earlier from what he said, for me, I speak loud.
Mm-hmm.
And Mario Stefan always thinks I'm yelling.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, do you always gotta yell at me? I'm like, no, dude, I'm speaking loud, right? I'm like, you'll know when I'm mad because it'll be Mario Stefan, kind of that stuff, and Latinos and in general. I even catch myself sometimes in crowds. I'm like, oh my God, I'm this loud. I'm like, loud. And I don't realize that because because that's my nature. And sometimes my husband's like, cálmate.
Yeah.
And then they give you that look. I'm like, wait, I'm just talking. Estaba aquí hablando.
All the time. And I can help. I hear myself echoing like, wow.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
pretty.
yeah. No, you can't. It's in our DNA.
It is in our DNA.
I mean,
And we could hear good.
Yeah.
I was walking into a banquet hall party that I went out to this weekend. My aunt's 80th birthday. So happy birthday, Titi. Love you. And you know how everybody, Puerto Ricans, we're all talking loud, but I do hear in the background, mira, llegó Charitín. ¡Hey, llegué! ¡Huepa! ¡Pa que lo sepa!
And that was probably across the room.
It was. They thought they were whispering, but I was flattered.
You were flattered. So we are coming to the end of our show, but Alicia, one more time. Tell us again where you're going to be, what time it starts,
Okay.
and
We'll link it down below.
We'll also link it in the bottom.
Yes, Jacob, our producer, will put it up as well.
Yeah, okay, thanks. I appreciate it. So I will be at Congas this Saturday, October 19th. Show starts at 7 o'clock, I believe. And then after the show, there's going to be a DJ and music. But Mickey Housley and myself will be performing this Saturday for the 1-year TC event anniversary. So I hope to see you guys all there. That would be great.
Yes.
If I didn't have my son this weekend, I would definitely go, and you're going to be gone. So we'll have to catch up the next one.
Oh, yes. But you're attending the Divas Balls because we're all Divas.
Yes.
Elizabeth, you're going to the Divas Ball. That's
plan on
also
being there.
TC events. So.
And I have the pleasure of being selected as the...
An honoree.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are divas up there.
Yes,
I'm a diva as well.
Yeah, so
I'm not right now, but
Yes, you
I
are. I nominate you
I'm
too.
a woman of influence, so there's another event that's coming up this weekend,
Oh,
since I'm not a diva yet.
No, you are.
But so there is a discussion panel on Saturday. It's called Woman of Influence with one of our book sisters, Amanda Sanchez.
Oh.
And I'm going to be one of the speakers, and Amanda is going to be she'll be doing her Latina talk that she did back when we did it together, right? Duh. And then we're going to have somebody by the name of Iris Gonzalez, and it's going to be really about women influencing women. We'll put the link on there as well. But if you feel stuck in your current career, lacking creativity, you feel undervalued, underpaid, underappreciated, a lot of us do feel this way sometimes, ladies, you don't want to miss this conversation. So we hope to see you there. It's at 4:30 p.m. on October 20th on West Chicago Avenue in Chicago, and we will provide you with the link to that. And it's a free event, and I encourage not only professionals, but take your young ladies with you.
Yes, that's why, I talk to my granddaughters and tell them what I'm doing, and I tell them to subscribe and watch my YouTube, because if you're watching slime, you need to watch Grandma's YouTube channel,
Yes.
at least.
At least.
And if for that women's event, if just go and participate. Maybe you have you could talk to someone that you can help each other out. So that's very interesting. I would have gone, but I'll be in Spain. Once again, I have to mention it. Yes.
But you'll be there in spirit, right?
Yes.
And I have to FaceTime you in. So we are in close.
Yes.
thank you,
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. We cheers.
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 Con café bustelo.
Thank you for coming to our show about nothing.
And a little bit about everything.
It was amazing.
Yay!
Yay!
We'll see you next week.
Thank
Yes.
you guys. Bye.